You want to build strength and try awesome moves like arm balances without stepping into a gym? Then you're in the right place. Today we're going to do a simple step-by-step calisthenics workout you can follow along with at home. All you need is a mat and something to put your hands on, maybe a chair or a table for our dips. This is part 2 of our beginner series, but don't worry, you can do this on its own. Ready? Then let's get started. Today let's start with a quick warm up for our wrists before we put too much weight on them. Interlace your fingers and start drawing some circles here. Into one direction first and then into the other. When it feels a little bit funky. Nice. And then release. Open your arms out to the side and open your fingers as wide as you can. We will strengthen our forearms. Close the hands, fists, and then open. Close and open as hard as you can, and each time go a little bit faster. Then arms out the front. Keep on blinking. Up, to the side, front, up, side, front, up. Keep on blinking. Each time you open as wide as you can, you close as hard as you can. Make sure the thumb is on the outside of your fist. 4, 5, 4, feeling your forearms, 3, 2, and last one, exhale, release, find your way into a tabletop positions. There are 2 main movements of your shoulder blades. I need you to understand this is the basic for everything else we will be doing in our plank pose and then in the future in our arm balances and handstands. Find your way into tabletop position. And make sure your middle fingers are parallel showing forward. So your hands are not turning in, they are not turning out, but they are really turning forward. Spread your fingers, shoulders over your wrists and knees underneath your hips. Now, turn your armpits forward and then make sure your arms are locked, so you are not bending your arms. The only thing we will be moving is our shoulders. On the exhale, push the mat away, protract. You want to match and you want to bring your vertebra up to the wall. Exhale, retract, shoulder blades together. Inhale, we protract, push the mat away. Exhale, retract, working the shoulder blades. Protraction is the movement we will need in our crow pose, in our plank pose. Retraction we need when coming down for a push-up. Go 5 more like that. Make sure you don't move the hips, so the movement really comes from your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Now you can keep on doing those on your knees or step into a plank pose. So we will fire up our core a little bit and work the protraction, retraction with some load. Make sure you tuck your pelvis, so you're not arching your spine. Chin to your chest, protract, retract. 4, 5, 4, biggest movement possible here. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Nice. Shake out your hands. In any point of your practice, if you feel pain in your wrists, you can come onto your fists or your forearms and make sure you take care of them because you have a lot of load on them. Okay, so maybe if you need a break, take a break. There's one good movement I recommend. If you want to relax your wrists, you can come into standing, bring your forearms underneath your knees and then sit onto them, hands out, and you can pump here, make fists. This will be incredibly releasing for your forearms and your wrists. When you're ready for our next movement, find your way back into a tabletop position. Same setup, arms straight, armpits forward, fingertips spreading apart. Now, inhale, right arm to the front, left leg lifting back. Make sure you don't arch your spine, so you're engaging, rib cage in. Deep breath here. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, we touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, set it down, second side. Left arm lifting to the front, right leg back. Make sure you push out of your right hand so you're not falling into the right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to elbow touch. Inhale, extend and lift. Exhale, touch. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release, set it down. Take a moment, take a break. Find a way into your forward fold. We will stretch our shoulders for a moment. Maybe you have your knees bent or you straighten them. Interlace your hands behind your lower back. And if possible, straighten your arms. If not, you can leave them wherever you start feeling the stretch. Okay? So arms behind your head. Reaching forward, chin to your chest. Feeling the stretch here. Maybe rock from side to side. Feeling also the back side of your legs. Stretching the hamstrings and the calves. Exhale, release. We will do one more round of our knee to elbow to strengthen our shoulders and the core. But this time, if you want to progress, you can do the same thing from a plank pose. I know this is a hard one. Try giving your best. We will only do 5. If you need, lower the knees down onto the mat. So, shoulders over wrists, push the mat away. Remember protraction. Inhale, lift the left leg up, come onto your right fingertips. Staying strong in your core. Make sure you don't sink your left hip down, but lift it up. Right arm forward. Exhale, knee to elbow touch. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you fall, that's fine. It's a wobbly kind of situation, huh? Take a moment before we do the second side. Maybe roll your shoulders. Take a deep breath. And then we sit up again. Try your best. No matter if you fall, if you have to take a break, just give your best you can today. And then you come back and you try again next time, okay? If you need, you can lower the knees. Second side, lifting the right leg up. Push out of the right hand. Come onto your left fingertips. Lift the left arm up. Exhale, knee to elbow touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. 4, 3. I know this is a hard one. 2. It's hard for me too. Don't worry. And 1. Exhale, release, set it down. Beautiful. Take a moment. Roll your shoulders. Maybe roll your neck to relax. For the next exercise, you will be needing a surface where you can place your hands onto, and that's more or less stable. So you can use a chair, a table, or anything else, maybe a bench, or something where you can put your hands on, and we will make dips today. So dips are amazing to build strength in your shoulders and your triceps. And we will do them today on our bench or on a chair. And then you can move slowly towards doing dips on bars, but you don't have to do them on bars yet. We will just start slow and on our chair, okay? You want to make sure that your fingertips are facing forward. And what I see a lot with my students is the elbows going out. What you want is pulling them in. Make sure you are tall in your chest so you don't sink it in. And we will place our hands on your surface, legs bent. We will do 5 reps 4 times, okay, to really build the strength. Exhale, bend the elbows, go as low as you can. And then push up. Lowering down and up. 3 more. Elbows in. 2. And last one. Beautiful. Take a moment, release. I always recommend resting for 10 to 15 seconds to recover and then get back to the set. Let's do the second set of 5. Elbows in, chest tall, legs bent, and then we lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And release. Again, take a moment, take a break. When you've rested, 10 to 15 seconds, coming back for the last 2 sets of 5. Next time we do this exercise, but maybe for 8. So each time you come back to this practice, you can add one more. So you build the strength in your triceps. Nice. Release, rest, and then we'll do the last one together. When you're ready, place your hands onto your bench, onto your chair, feet out, hip apart, chest tall, and then we lower. 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Nice, you did amazing. Don't worry if you didn't get all 4 sets today. Try your best, do as much as you can. And then each time you come back to this practice, you will add one more set, okay? Let's stretch our shoulders again for a moment before we work into some deep core work. Straighten your legs as before, or have them bent wherever you are today. Interlace your hands behind your lower back. If possible, straighten your arms. Arms overhead, chin to chest, rounding the spine. Holding here for 5. To release the tension out of your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's work our core from there. If you're new to this, grab your thighs from behind. You can start here. Tall in your chest, knees bent. If you've done this position before, you can straighten your legs, arms to the front. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, lower down. Engage your quads. Glutes are engaged, legs forward, hovering over the mat. Your shoulders are hovering, and your lower back does never leave the mat. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. 4, 5. You can do this with the knees bent. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees apart, feet together. Let's stretch our adductors to take a break. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lower as far as you can go today. Engaging your glutes, pressing your knees apart. Take a breath here before we do another set of our high and low boat. Inhale, lift. Close your knees, sitting on your hips. Lift them up. If you need, hold your thighs. Maybe you hold them today, and then you come back tomorrow, after tomorrow, and you already can extend your arms, okay? So the more you do it, the easier it gets. Inhale here. Exhale, we lower. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale again. Open your knees, feet together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stretching the adductors, working the hips. Press your knees out, engaging your glutes. And then we will do our very last round. So give your best one last time. Lift your knees, tall in your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Exhale, release, relax, take a breath. If you want, we are really warm right now. You could use the warmth and try a hand balance and arm balance. We can try our crow pose. On our hands, place your hands shoulder width apart, fingertips spreading, armpits turning forward. If you're new to this, elbows in between thigh and calf, leaning forward, bending your elbows, lift one foot and then the other. And even if both legs don't lift yet, just try holding this position, tapping the toes down, lifting. Then you come back up, you take a break, and maybe you can progress from there next time you come back to it. Progression there is placing the knees onto your triceps. Hands shoulder width apart. Knees onto the triceps. Make a little ball out of yourself. Remember, protraction. I want to push the mat away, leaning forward, lifting one foot, maybe lift the other. Pressing the mat away, gazing forward. Make sure you don't look back, look forward. Exhale, release, relax for a moment. This is a little bit like weightlifting, so do your set, try once, take a break, and then try 2, 3, 4 times again, okay? Now, if you want to progress from there, this is something we didn't have in our last Calisthenics for Beginners video, then I have an option for you. This is a hard one, I know, but as always, try your best, and the more you do it, the easier it will get. So, for this, you have to have your knees on your triceps, leaning forward, and then just try. Leaning to the left side, maybe you pick up the right knee, lean over, and then place it back. And then you lower down. This is hard, I know, it's a lot of core engagement. You have to lean to one side, press out of one hand more than the other, but it's amazing to learn balancing on your hands. And even if you don't get the pick off yet, just the intention of picking the knee up will help you to build the strength. Okay, let's do the other side. If you're with me, knees onto your triceps, lean forward, lean over to the right, pick up the left knee, place it back, and then lower down. Beautiful, very good. Okay, let's do a twist to end our practice. To relax and release, come onto your back. Open your arms to the side, twist both knees to the right, just because twisting feels amazing. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, come up to the middle. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up to the middle, and then rock yourself up into seated position. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If there were things you couldn't do today, don't worry, just come back, try again, and let us know in the comments how you're doing with this video. Until which point do you get? Thank you so much for joining me. See you on the mat.